Well, hello everyone. This is Antoinette in the Spirit Entertainment, and we are Inspiration Unlocking today. We have with us today producer RJ and the relationship coach Allison Denise. We have poet rapper Knowledge 405, Only God Ministries Chris, and OG. What's going on, everybody? How you doing today?
Hey,
We
hey,
blessed
hey.
and not stressed. That's how we doing.
For sure.
Blessed by the best.
Best by
I
the
like
best.
that.
All right. So you know what? It's a beautiful Sunday. We're just kind of capture the moment of all the things that have happened within the last year. A lot of things have been virtual, and so we've decided, people are still doing things, but we have to do things in a way that's going to be safe. So
Right.
we're implementing a love and sip
Sip it up.
event. Yes, February the 14th for Valentine's. It is a brunch from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. And I think that it's going to be an amazing event. It will be located 211 North Irvay, Dallas, Texas 75201. We're also complying with COVID-19. You cannot get through the door unless you have on a mask or a covering. And also, you have to have your temperature taken. I am going to just talk to the host of the event, producer RJ. RJ, what's going on?
You know what? I am super excited about the Love and Sip event. I'm stoked about it. I'm going to be the personal love doctor that day. I definitely
Cat
well, don't,
daddy.
don't, don't, don't be laughing, knowledge. Don't be laughing. Definitely going to usher in different events pertaining to um, making sure that we usher in, all the love and cozies. We have Allison Denise, we have Knowledge, we have Only God Ministry, and then we have the Drink Man. I'm super excited about this
The
because,
drink
like,
man.
anybody that knows me knows I love to drink. So I am
Extra love
definitely
to his love
super,
and
super,
sip.
super duper excited about this event. Because anybody that knows me also knows that I love people. I love making sure that everybody is happy. Not only are we targeting this event to couples, but also to individuals because it's all about self love also. Because even if you are in a relationship, if you do not love yourself, how can you love someone else? So
Yes.
we are definitely targeting um, making sure that each person is good and have the knowledge, no pun intended, uh, the knowledge to love oneself before they can love an individual wholeheartedly. So that's just my
Wow.
spiel.
That
Love
is
it.
great. I really do. I love the theme of black love. That's what we're focusing on, black love,
Yes.
because black love is also based on yourself, self love
Right.
within yourself. And also,
For sure.
if you don't love yourself, how can you love someone else? It's kind of like
Right.
if your cup is full, you can't pour out anything. If it's
Right.
Right.
empty, you have nothing to pour out. You know what I'm saying? So, also, I would just like to say that I'm excited. We have a artist, a Dallas artist. He's amazing. He has an art gallery downtown as well, and he will be
That's
also
awesome.
bringing his art culture. His name is Show Nuff. I don't know if you guys know him,
I've
but
heard his name.
I'm excited to have him coming in with his art and his showcasing. So we have some great vendors that have signed up. If you are wanting to be a vendor of this great, amazing Love and Sip event, please go to inthespirit.entertainment.tv. We're really excited about that. We also have Terry Allen, Cityman Cook, is bringing. He's going to have a table there with his hot sauce. His happy hot sauce is really hot.
Mm,
So we're
love
excited
hot
about that
sauce.
for Cityman Cook. All right. So I would just love to introduce our relationship coach, Allison Denise. Allison Denise,
Hi.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, Allison, I just would like to just kind of talk about what you will discuss at the Love and Sip, and you know what you can bring to the table for singles and couples about relationships.
Okay, short. So, very honored to be added to this cast, for lack of a better word. I truly appreciate it. So, as a relationship coach, RJ and I have spoken before, and you and I spoke yesterday, so I gave you a little bit of background, but I give a different approach to the relationship and dating mindset. I tend to err more towards behavior than gender. A lot of times you have people who I just want to side with women because I'm a woman. I just want to side with men because I'm a man. I take gender out of the equation and I look at behavior. So if the behavior is
I
great,
know that's
I'm
right.
going to support it. If the behavior is jacked up, I'm going to tell you it's jacked up and I don't care who you are. And a lot of times I don't really care how you feel about it because.
I,
Right.
And the reason I don't care is because I'm very passionate about love. I'm very passionate about actual love, not the stuff that people put the label love on, but actual love. And one of the things that bothers me is watching people constantly being used and mistreated under the guise of love, and then when healthy love comes in their direction, they push it away because now they're scared or they're tired of dealing with it. And so
Wow.
I'm really big on accountability, on calling people out on their BS, on calling people out on bad behavior, selfishness, everything, and as well as getting rid of a couple of myths. One of the myths that I spoke with Antoinette about yesterday was the myth of you are what you attract. That's a lie. It's a lie. I know there's 5 million people who say it, but it's not true. And so I just tend to break things down in a different way because I just don't feel like what we're hearing right now is doing anything more than continuing to validate that men need to continue to be against women, who need to continue to be against men, and that's not going to bring us together.
Right.
So
Yes.
so, what I plan to bring to the event on Valentine's Day, I will briefly talk a little bit about a particular topic related to Black love, something to inspire those who are there, whether they're coupled up or not. And we're also going to give a live demonstration every Tuesday from 2 to 3. I host a live podcast, the Allison Denise podcast, and I actually answer relationship questions live. So you can, as you connect with me on social media, which we'll talk about later, you can DM your question, you can publicly put your question, you can email me your question, and every Tuesday I pull from those questions and I answer them live. And so what we're going to do is bring the Allison Denise podcast live to this event, and we're going to be answering live questions from those who come out to support.
and she
Awesome.
answered the questions. Let me
Yes.
let me just go
And
ahead
she
and
don't care how
validate
you
that.
feel
She
about
answered
them.
the question. She don't care. She don't care if you're
I
You
have
just
a
good.
be able to
question.
accept it.
I have a
Right.
question. So,
Okay.
Allison, Denise, and I spoke a while on yesterday, and we talked about
Mm-hmm.
relationships and everything. My thing was a question about the ex, because a lot of people always want to keep that ex, whether if it's an ex-husband, ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, ex something. And I always like, why do you have to just stay connected to
Mm-hmm.
that ex? Because I felt like it can always, if you're trying to move forward, it could always become a problem. Either you're trying to uh because it just comes a problem, and we talked about that, so I just wanted you to share your thoughts.
I knew you were going to do that. Okay. So one of the other unpopular opinions that I share is that I don't believe that you should be friends with exes.
Mm.
I do understand that there may be some type of connection that needs to stay if there are children involved. That's not what I'm talking about. There's a myth that says you're not mature and you're not really over your ex unless you can be friends with them. And I don't agree with that. I'm not friends with any exes. Uh, and one of the reasons is because, and I was talking to Antoinette as a woman who dates men, regardless of whether a man is healthy, unhealthy, toxic, whatever, men just in by instinct and genetics are territorial about the women that they want, not in a controlling sense, not in the sense that they don't want you to have a life outside of them, but when they decide that you are who they want, they take ownership of that. And it's been my experience that there are too many, I'll say people because Antoinette said that she also has the same mindset. There are too many people who have all of this extra baggage. And just speaking in terms of a woman who dates a man, I keep my door clean so that the man who is meant to stay doesn't see the old piss that was here before him. That's how I explained
I
it
like
to
the way you
her.
put that. I
And
like that.
That is
so
amazing.
I have,
Well, good.
I have, I've got a couple of exceptions, and like I explained to Antoinette, there's a difference between someone that I may have been friends with for like several years, and maybe we decided to date for a couple of months, and we're like, okay, no, this is not what's up. We've already tried it, been there, done that, but we've been friends for so many more years. We can easily move back to that. That's cool. But when you have really, really been with someone intimately, physically, like the tabletop, the bathroom, the balcony, the back seat, the front seat, the hood, if you have really, really been intimate with someone like that, the thing is, I said it, I'm sorry, but
I
Don't
love
don't
this.
don't
I
apologize.
love
Don't sip on that. Sip on
one more time.
that.
but when you've been really intimate with someone and you have shared a very emotional connection, it's akin to riding a bike. And this is the analogy I gave yesterday. It doesn't matter how long it's been since you've been on a bicycle. You may wobble, but you never forget how to get back on. And we know that it's always easier to sleep with someone after the first time. And while I'm not a cheater, while I don't cheat, while I don't condone cheating, while I don't give excuses for cheating, I do know that there's something called temptation. And to me, when you are dating, when you're dating a new person, you're still getting to know them. They're actively in your life right now, which means all of their strengths and all of their weaknesses are there every day. Well, if you have an ex that you're not dating anymore, our brains tend to romanticize the past. So if you have an ex who's not there every day reminding you of their weaknesses, your brain is going to continue to uh, magnify their strengths. So anytime you're having an argument with the ex or the current person, or anytime that you're having a disagreement or you're going through those growing pains, if you're still around the ex just long enough to keep remembering all the good and you're forgetting all the bad, now the bad of the current is being magnified. The
Right.
good of the ex is being magnified, and so now you're putting yourself in a very precarious position where you may start to think that you need to be with the ex and you start doing dumb stuff. So my thing is, the sign of maturity when you know that you're over an ex is indifference. We say love is the opposite of hate, but that's both energy. Love and hate is just a positive energy directed towards someone versus negative energy directed towards someone. Maturity is indifference. I don't wish any of my exes well. I don't wish any of my exes hell. I have no feelings for them regardless because I want to save all of that energy for the person that's meant to stay. So that's what we
Wow.
talked about.
Yes, we did. And I was just so excited. I am so excited to have you at Love and Sips. If you are coming to this event, get your tickets because there's limited seating because of COVID-19. Once you come in, whether you are single or whether you are a couple, you can write a question for Allison Denise. She's going to address those questions during our segment when she's talking to everyone. I just think this is going to be amazing. I would just love to work with her in the future because this is something that needs to be talked about. Um, and I just want to say the last thing about the ex. Sometimes if they continue that, the person that they meet that was probably for them, that will push them away and they'll walk away. So, hey, love
That's
and
true.
sip,
Love and sip.
Well,
love and
while you're
sip.
sipping, let me say one more thing to that.
Hmm.
Those of you who have always been the one broken up with that still have your exes as friends, I just want to put it out here. By you having all of those exes around who have dumped you, you have made yourself comfortable with rejection. You're comfortable being around being rejected. So if you find that you're having a hard time accepting someone who just wants to be with you, you find that it's too easy, you find that you're not as warm to them, so you feel like they're not the one, that's not it. It's that you've gotten used to the drama of being rejected, so healthy feels boring.
I need
So
some.
I just wanted to put that out there.
Wow.
I need something stronger than the
I'm gonna
two.
ask you this. You know, you're
Right.
going real. You're going so deep this morning, Allison Denise. Let me ask you this question. Do you think a
Hmm.
lot of times the person that has the major control, like the ex, does that just as a control mechanism? You know, because some people are just controlling, so they know that they truly love you. You know that you
Hmm.
don't want them. So, but you
Hmm.
you can have this person and you can have the ex and just control them and mess up their whole life. I've seen that happen so many times, so many times. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So you mean the ex who knows that they don't want to be with you, but they still come around because they know you want them?
Exactly. They control it. And if
Okay.
they find out that you are in a relationship or you're dating someone, they'll just come
Hmm.
around just to mess that up. It's just like sickness. You know, like
Yeah, I
unhealthy
don't want you,
because
but I
some
don't want.
relationships
Hmm.
that's why I say when there's an ex, that's what that is. It's an ex. You know, let it go because it could creep into whatever you're trying to do in your future. You know.
I agree, and that's one of the things. So it was interesting that you used the word control, and that's what we have to think about specifically when we're talking to our friends who might be in a situation like that. They're in a cycle where they can't seem to let this person go. It's real easy for us to say just leave them alone, just leave them alone, but just like Antoinette mentioned, the person who wants the relationship has let down their guard. They're more vulnerable, they have invested more emotionally, so it's going to be harder for them to pull away. The person who is not as invested is to some degree in control in the sense that it's easier for them to remain detached. So it's not that the person who is more attached can't do it. It's that it's going to be harder because this is where they want to be. So this is where their hope is. This is where their emotions are. This is where their love is. And it's hard to walk away from that. So what that person has to do, even though it's going to be harder, you do have to start to pay attention to the cycle, because in this situation, there is always a cycle. That person will leave. It's almost like that person can smell your happiness. They always seem
Right.
to come around when you're over them, when you start smiling again, when you start going out and enjoying yourself again, when you start dating again. It doesn't seem to matter. The minute they smell that you're happy, they come back around, and you have to be more vigilant. And the reason that I say it's not great to be friends with exes is because when you give yourself that break, you actually get a chance to level your emotions off where that person is concerned, see them for who they are, see the relationship as it was, not the way that you thought it was because you were so in love. Then when they come back around, you notice you don't have the same taste for them anymore. But if you're still keeping them there as a friend and letting them come over whenever they want, and y'all are doing things together, you never really get to see how big a piece of trash they really are in some cases.
Yeah.
Give
So
yourself that break so you can call them for the trash that they are. Lose the interest, and when you lose the interest, they lose the control.
Mm-hmm.
so
Exactly.
so
Because
I
I
got
I noticed that too. Like RJ, seriously, it's like a control things. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
women with
Mm-hmm.
kids
Mm-hmm.
with the ex. I've seen men with kids with the ex. They will use those kids as pawns to control that
Mm-hmm.
person.
Bro.
And that
amen.
will
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
And that happens. I've seen people do it 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Look,
Mm-hmm.
stay with this woman because of the kids. Okay. Then the
Mm-hmm.
kids, now they're grown. But now it's
Mm-hmm.
such an attachment that you can't even break away. It's like crazy. You
Mm-hmm.
can't even live your life and enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad. That's why I really am so excited that you will be at Love and Sip, because people have to know about self love, know about relationships, and how to break things off and how to move forward. And I'm gonna tell you something else we have to talk about. A lot of this black love, self love, if you don't do it and work towards it, it ends up in domestic violence. There's a
That's
lot of
true.
dead couples, a lot of people that are killing their significant other because they can't let go and they keep this. as they call it, with the entanglement. They
Mm-hmm.
keep all these entanglements going, and somebody, one of them can't handle it. And a lot of our black men and black women, it just gets off, just crazy. So I
Yeah.
am so excited because I think this is something that we all need to really just invest in you. People need to invest in mental relationships, just everything. And I just cannot wait for your event. So it's going to be wonderful.
I think so too.
I can't wait neither.
You can't wait. And so we, yeah, so we want to introduce Knowledge. Knowledge is a poet and rapper, and he is under the In the Spirit Entertainment management. And so, Knowledge, just tell us what you're going to bring to the Love and Sip on Valentine's Day.
I'm happy you asked that. I actually had to go within myself to kind of try to figure out how what I do could affect it. And it actually is funny because it piggybacks to what you were saying before about like self love. You know what I'm saying? Most of the music I made has been therapy for me because it was kind of like me trying to learn to love myself and not depend on things, from alcoholism to what, so I could make relationships with my children and my whole family work out.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
what I decided I wanted to do, I'm a real crowd participation type of artist. So what I'm going to do is have songs starting off with me feeling, I'm feeling fly. So I'm gonna, what I'm saying, go in there and feel fly starting off, and then I'm gonna flip it to a way to where I actually have a song called the No Homie Dance, right? And it was just like, yeah, it's funny, but it's true. Like feeling, when you're a grown man and you have a lot of responsibilities, oftentimes you might feel like you're missing out on life because
Hmm.
you don't really have no friends. Because a lot of times,
Yeah.
if you decide you're not doing what everybody else is doing, in the sense of, using party life as a negative, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Right.
partying to abusing,
Mhm.
then they ain't trying to really deal with you no more. Right. And you have to look at that as you're better off for that. That's hard to see. So the no homie dance was kind of like me dancing with myself, kind of like being like, I'm gonna be okay with this. I made it funny and fun so people can enjoy it, but the therapy in it
Mhm.
was like, if you're not my friend during my changes, especially when those changes are positive, it takes a lot of maturity for somebody to understand positive change. And
Yeah.
then I'm going to end it off with this song I call Fall, where I'm falling down, but I'm telling you that the Lord told me I was gonna rise. You see what I'm saying? And with that, I end the whole show with follow the leader, because what the leader is your positive self conscious. Like you were talking about energy. Think about negative energy. Negative energy can be blocked easily with
Right.
positive influence. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I feel like you put all those things together, they equate to my own version of self love. So that's how I want to do my show. I don't know if I was long winded or
Awesome.
not, but that's how my show's gonna be.
Awesome. I'm
I
so
like that.
excited. I think that you're going to be speaking to the ladies. Really,
You know I am.
Yes, sir. And I'm just excited about that. I just know that this team that we have for Love and Sip is amazing. I would like to introduce Eli Bradley. Eli, hey Eli.
Hi
I didn't know
everyone.
you were going to join us today, but I'm excited.
Yeah, he was
He's a
back
Love
there
and Sip.
hiding.
Yeah, he's helping planner. He's our planner. So Eli, what do you think you're gonna bring the romantic side of for the event?
Well, like we said, the theme of it being Black love, the most important thing for me was to make sure that we incorporated different things that we see. So, and healthy Black love, because unfortunately in the media and society today, we tend to promote um, Black love that's not so healthy and that's more mainstream than anything. So one of my ideas were to name the tables after celebrity couples that have been through the test of time, that
What?
promote Black love and self love. So one of my favorites are Sierra Russell, um, which from the aspect of how they're praying together and working together and things like that. And I personally, when I look at them, it's like you can see he loves her and she loves him. Um,
I love that.
Well, hey, I had already asked Eli. I said, Eli, will we have a Will Smith and Jada table, the entanglement table?
Right, we're gonna have the entanglement table with a
Right.
little side table that you can bring your little side friend. And yeah, they're gonna have their little table. So we got our cocktail table for you and your person.
Entanglements.
Did them
Oh
well,
my
and then we're gonna
God.
have August on the side in a kitty table.
Baby. And
I
I'm gonna
know
tell
that's
you
right.
guys something. RJ is a witness. I'm gonna tell you something. Once the Drink Man, who is one of our major sponsors for this Love and Sip, and that is actually the reason why we are doing this because during the holiday seasons, everybody was in COVID, and he started sending out test drinks. Like he does these amazing drinks, strawberry. Oh, wait a minute, there you
Oh,
go,
there you go, right
Drink
there.
Man. And so we were all like, "Oh my goodness, I just need like one little glass." Like, "Oh my goodness!" And everybody, we would virtually dance. We had like a virtual Christmas party and things like that. And so we were like, you know what? We need to do something for Drink Man because he kept our spirits up a little bit. And so
A whole
this is
lot.
how this. Uh,
A whole lot.
A whole
a
lot.
whole lot. And so we're excited, and I cannot wait because he's an amazing person. And we did this photo shoot, and he's like, "God, I need to have my bottles." I say, "Sir, you off the chain." So we're
Hmm.
excited.
Yeah.
We're so excited. And I also want to introduce another the contemporary gospel duo, Only God Ministry. Only God Ministry is also signed under In the Spirit as a management. And we just want to say, hey guys, and what you guys gonna bring to the table? Can you hear me? I know they've had a lot of technical difficulties, but they really hung in there today and they're trying. Hey,
Oh yeah. Hey, what's happening?
What's happening, y'all?
We can hear y'all real good.
okay. Well,
I don't know.
what are you what you guys bringing to the love and sip? What you bringing to
Man,
us?
we atmosphere changes, man. We bring the set. We gonna help
I
change
know
and
that's
set
right.
the atmosphere, man, and bring some energy and make sure you can feel the love, man. You know the agape love, the God kind of love, and the phileo love, the people love. So we're gonna be atmosphere changers.
Amen.
All,
And
I
all
me,
right
love
then.
it.
me myself, I'm gonna be the opposite of love that night. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I
We
just
gonna
play.
bring some love
Y'all
to
ain't
that
gotta
brother
have.
right there. We gonna get him some love.
Look, knowledge. My heart been broke.
We gonna give them a hug,
I'm
man.
the Scrooge.
No, I'm gonna
I'm the
find a real
Scrooge
beautiful
of
lady.
love
I'm like,
right
go
now.
on, hug that man for me. Give
Wait
him
a
a
minute.
good
Did you say
hug.
your heart been broken? What? He need the love doctor?
You need a love doctor.
Yeah,
Help
We
him.
gonna we gonna
I
we
need a
gonna we gonna
love
we gonna
doctor that
find
night
out.
before
We gonna
before,
find that.
Yes.
before I
We gonna find that
continue.
beautiful lady
Before
for
I
you.
continue, I need to see the love doctor first, try to get my heart right, man. You know what
All
I'm
Get his
right,
saying?
let's
heart
talk
right.
about it. Let's talk about
Yes.
it.
I'm
You
telling
know
So
you,
what?
this is a team. I'm just so excited that God put us all together in just under one roof. This is going to be an amazing event. This is not only. We also have Tamia. Tamia is a local singer. She sung with everybody. I'm talking you name it. She is an R&B, and guess what else? Tyler Perry has her music on his show on his new show Sisters on BET. So Tamia's going to bring that R&B role. I kept looking. I was like,
Right.
"Oh my God, we have an all male cast. We got to bring some women up in here." And so Tamia was like, "I'm ready." So we're excited for about Tamia. We also have Celebrity the comedian. Celebrity the comedian is a
Cool.
Dallas native
Mm-hmm.
comedian. So he'll be with us all day, bringing in the jokes. He is a hot mess. All I know is he might bring us. He might start singing a church song in the middle of the. Oh, he a hot mess. So
Yeah.
you guys are gonna be ready. I think the show is gonna be amazing. Um, you know, and the one person that I'm really, really, and I think my team knows this, that I'm just so amazed by is Grammy Award winning Jason Davis. I met Jason Davis at a Valentine's. This is weird. At a Valentine's celebration for one of the city councilmen, we did, and I'm always over the entertainment at several things in the Dallas Fort Worth community around the world, actually. And so I told Jason that day, I'm like, we're gonna work together because I was just amazed at his music ability. Then I find that he's a Grammy winner. Then I find that he plays all instruments. He's like a prince. He plays everything. Not only does he play it, he plays it with perfection. So you guys are going to be in store of like some amazing music. And he also is the owner of as the Dallas Jazz Collectives. So the Dallas Jazz Collectives is like something that's in every city, any major city. Washington has jazz collective, but he is the owner of the Dallas. So that means he owns all the jazz collectives that have hit Dallas, Texas. When I tell you this is amazing to have him, it is amazing. I will be contacting some of our Dallas jazz legends like Roger Boykins. I'm friends with a lot of these people because we all went to school together and they were teachers at the Booker T. Washington Performing Arts Magnet. That's where I attended. So this has all been a hey, wait a minute, love and sip. So this has all just been a joy to do this with everybody. I'm so excited, and I think you guys are going to bring some amazing things to the table. We've been pushing for people to go ahead and get their tickets because we need to know about the seating. It's a limited seating because of COVID, and we're going to comply. And don't none of us want to be sick. Nobody wants to be sick. So we have a nurse, drink
Nobody got
man.
time for that.
We have a
Right.
registered nurse that will be at the front of the table. You got to get your. I don't know if she's. I think she's gonna use that thermal
The
temperature
one.
check. Yeah, the one. And so once you get in the door, it's gonna be beautiful. We have a chef that's doing shrimp teenies, chicken and waffle on the stick, bourbon chicken. I'm telling you, we have it going on. It's gonna be a wonderful event. The food is included.
Time out.
Uh
Time
oh.
out. Time out.
Uh
Time
oh.
out. So how you expect me to host with all this good food?
You go. Hey, you gonna have to.
I'm gonna
You
eat.
better find a way. You got to
I'm
go
gonna
in
eat.
between performances and get you a plate
I'm,
real quick.
Exactly. You gonna
I'm
have
gonna
to
be
sip.
eating.
You gonna have to love and sip, baby, and eat.
Right.
I'm so
Love Doctor gonna
excited.
be having
Oh
stuff all
Lord.
on his mouth. I'll let you.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. And
I'm gonna
I'm
wipe
just
it
so
off.
excited because this is a wonderful team. Um, this is what I call black excellence.
I know that's right.
I'm always looking for black excellence in our culture. That's what In the Spirit creates, arts and culture. We are we do everything around the world. We are in Canada. We're also in Ghana, Hollywood, and we're making things happen. I just want to tell you a short story about Only God Ministry. I met these guys. We were doing a national talent competition, and we were hitting regions. So we hit the South, we hit the East, we hit the North, and they won the South. If you win your region, two people out of that region, the first and second place, get a free trip to Hollywood for the national competition. They won the national competition. I didn't have anything to do with it. Everybody like, oh, that was rigged. That was rigged. But no, we had judges out of Hollywood, California. I didn't even know these brothers. We had judges out of Hollywood, California, um, from every walk of life. I'm talking from the dance world, the theater world. We had a Grammy award winning producer that produced Prince and Michael Jackson as he stood up. Seriously. Yes, we had also
Wow.
one of she's a director and she's a cast for BET. We also had
Mm.
I'm telling you, we had like seven a Sony exec. We had different judges for this event, and the Hollywood event was standing room only. So I just cannot wait to start working it back
Wow.
in Hollywood and do some things. We also do a lot of things with this show called The Voice on NBC. If you are a singer and you're over the age of 13, it doesn't matter. We could try to get you in front of the judges. So we do a lot of things in the community that no one ever knows. However, this is Black culture. This is Inspiration Unlocked. Anybody else have anything they want to shout out before we go?
Shout out to all the lovers out there. How y'all doing? I'm hollering
Hey,
at
this
you.
guy. This
Hey.
this
Hey, nah,
You know
Already.
they out there. They out there.
Hmm.
and then I want to say to all the broken-hearted people like myself, come out, man. I was just tripping, man. I'm serious, cause there is ain't that right, Doc? It's love at the
Yes.
end of the tunnel. Cause once
I
you
Yes,
know
there
that's
start,
right.
is.
ain't it?
Yes.
You better
So
say
when
Yes,
that,
you
there
love
OG.
is.
sip,
Yeah.
you gonna wanna love somebody. That's why I call love is sip.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah.
y'all check them
OG,
out, man. There's love at the end of the tunnel for people like
I
us who
like the
just
way
sit
he
home and
said
listen.
that. Yes.
OG, what you telling me
Yeah.
about the women that's always in your inbox?
Yeah, they need to stay up
Lord.
out my inbox. They better listen.
Y'all gonna make me
I know
fall
I'm
out my
single,
chair.
but I'm still a Christian.
We don't need to know about the women in his inbox. We don't
Wait
need
a
to
minute.
know
No, you
Nah,
about it.
gotta hear it. You gotta hear it. What? Say it one more
I've
time.
heard it. I've heard it.
RJ.
We don't need-
Hey, RJ, I can't help it, man, because I got it like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
He can't help
I
it.
can't help it, bro.
He said
That's
they
the
need to
truth.
stay out his inbox though.
I'm just saying, RJ, they need to stay about my inbox.
Shit,
You
that's
know what I'm saying?
OG
I
triple
said,
OG right there. He
no, I'm telling you,
cat
you
daddy.
women need to listen. Listen. I know I'm single, but I'm still a Christian. So if you ain't going to church and you ain't living by the Bible, stay up out my inbox. Up out my
That was a
inbox. Stay
warning
up out my
to all
inbox.
y'all.
Up out my inbox. Stay up out my
Stay
inbox. You
about
women need
Oh
my
to
my
inbox
God.
listen. Yeah,
today.
I know I'm
Stay
single, but
about.
I'm still a Christian.
I
Yeah,
love
I love it.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
better
I'm
keep it
dead.
real, OG. You better tell
I'm
them.
I
dead.
gotta keep it real. I don't even know how to be fake, man. Real
I
talk.
love you guys. I thank you guys.
Yes,
RJ, Eli, we got to talk today about a lot of things. Knowledge, keep pushing. The
always.
Coach Allison, Denise, we just love you already because I know
Yes, we do.
you
You are
gonna bring some
awesome.
you gonna bring the fire to the table, baby. And also, Only God Ministries, they already know how I feel about them. They're some excellent guys.
Love
We
y'all,
just
Man,
gonna
man.
keep pushing.
yeah.
They're gonna bring all the great things to us. And hey, you guys, I'm telling you, this is just half of the cast. So imagine with everybody being together. Oh, guess what I found out yesterday, RJ?
What?
Our president is
Oh
gonna have on
Lord.
a pink dress with pink hair. She flying in.
Oh
Oh,
yeah. Oh, Crystal.
come
Yeah,
on, Crystal.
I'm
She
telling
say
you.
Come
she
on.
she said I gonna have on pink hair and a pink dress. I said what?
I can't wait to
She
see that.
She
I'm
won't
taking
match.
5 pictures
She
with
won't
her.
match
I'm
fit the
taking five.
car. She won't match fit the
Oh
Yeah.
my
car.
God. I am it's gonna be so fun. And then Roxanne is flying in tomorrow. She's ready, Eli, to help whatever she needs to do. So I'm just
Yes,
excited.
we need
I
the
pick
help.
her up tomorrow from and so everybody's pushing for the love and sip. We have New Orleans, we have people
Hey,
in Maryland, we have people all around the world, Hollywood, California, just really pushing for us for this because a lot of times no one's doing anything, but there are events going on, but they're not wearing masks.
Right.
They're not complying with COVID. But this is an event that you can go to that is complying with COVID-19. We've already contacted the city of Dallas. We've already contacted everyone that we need to make sure that we have everything in place to make it safe for us because none of us want to be sick. So if
Yeah.
you
Who you
are
telling?
you've been home doing COVID and you want to get out and say, okay, I'm gonna take this chance. Come on to Love and Sip. Go to In the Spirit Entertainment TV. Get your tickets. Limited limited seating. And I also received word that one of our legendary comedians will possibly be in the building. I will confirm that today, and that's legendary Chucky Ducky Quack Quack.
Chucky
And
Ducky.
he's always a part of In the Spirit. So
Yeah.
you guys, I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this event. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you, and
Bye,
love and sip,
peoples.
everybody.
Y'all
Fill your
better get
cups
y'all
up.
Hey,
love
Yeah,
and
yeah,
sip
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
on.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Yes.
Love and sip. All right, and bye.
Bye bye.
all right, y'all.
all